Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back. If you're new, hi, I'm Daniella Shama Rose, and I'm super passionate about bringing faith based encouragement to singles. Today, I'm going to be sharing 5 things that I would tell my single self now that I'm married. I've been married 4, going on 5 years now, and have the sweetest little toddler. And if you don't know my story, God had me wait on him for 10 years before bringing in my husband. So if you need a little encouragement, a little pep talk in your single walk, girl, I got you. Just keep watching. Okay, so first thing that I would tell my single self is, girl, stop worrying about where and when you're going to meet your future husband, and stop thinking about it so much. I can literally hear my old self being like, yeah, easier said than done. So like I said in the intro, God had me wait a decade before he brought in my husband. So in those 10 years, I decided to kiss dating goodbye and make God my sole focus, which is really hard because before this, I never did not have a boyfriend. But God had done such a crazy healing work in me, and I did not want to give my body or my heart to another man unless it was the man that God had for me. So with the exception of a counterfeit in there and dabbling with some online dating this summer before the summer that God brought in my actual husband, which was awful, by the way. The online dating was awful. But besides that, in 10 years, I didn't date at all. But I was constantly worrying about where and when I was going to meet my Prince Charming. Maybe you're like me. Every conference I attended, every missions trip I went on, every church I visited, it was always in the back of my mind. Maybe I'm gonna meet him here. I don't know if you can relate or I'm just crazy, which definitely could be the case, but it was always on my mind. Instead of putting my sole focus on serving Jesus, getting to know him better, and just having fun and enjoying my life. And looking back now, I can tell you the truth is that God's got it. He is in control, sitting on the throne, and he has the perfect ordained time for when the two of you are going to meet. So no amount of fasting, no special fast, no amount of prayer even, although you should pray for your future husband, obviously, but no amount of prayer is going to bring in your husband apart from God's specific timing. So instead of letting that freak you out or frustrate you, let it encourage you, sis. He is in control. He will bring you two together. So the pressure is completely off of you. Don't worry, you're not going to miss your future man if you don't go on that mission trip or you don't go to that coffee shop that day. Don't just do things with meeting your man in mind. Get being single off your mind and have some fun. Grab your bestie and go to the zoo. Go for a hike. Laugh together. Pray together. Pray for your future husbands together too, of course. It's super fun. Do the missions trips. Go visit other churches. But don't do it just with the thought of meeting your future husband in mind. Have fun and put God first. That's what I would tell myself. Okay, number 2 thing that I would tell myself is, honey, get off the dating apps. So this one may not apply to you, but I'm going to throw dating in general in here too. As I said, I did a brief stint of online dating the summer before the summer that my husband came in. And looking back now, it was totally the enemy trying to derail me from God's plan and have me meet somebody else before I met my husband in God's time. And let me just say, I don't think online dating is bad. I know tons of couples that have met online and are super happy serving the Lord, including maybe your girl. But the problem is online dating or dating outside of God's timing. This is when it becomes the enemy's playground, so to speak. You leave your heart wide open for attack and you're opening your heart to people that, frankly, you have no business doing that with. That man that you're chatting with could be somebody else's future husband. So, if that's the case, it's a waste of time and effort. And ghosting these days is like a very real thing, and it really hurts. And it leaves you in this weird limbo type mode, which honestly is ridiculous. Not to mention, online dating is very looks driven and lust based, and can leave you frustrated, disappointed, and leave you settling for mediocre instead of God's best. And I do not believe that as daughters of the King, God wants any of that for us. So what I would tell my single self to do now that I'm married is to get alone with God and ask him, do you want me to be online dating? Really lay down your loneliness and your deep want to be married. I get it. and ask him. And if he tells you, no, child, get off there, don't worry. And if you keep getting dumped over and over, don't be upset. That is God's way of protecting you. There's nothing wrong with you. He's just calling you to himself in this season. Believe me, I know these days it is super hard to meet anyone outside of clubs or other things, which we don't want to do, right? It's not our vibe. I didn't meet my husband till I was 30. So believe me when I say I get it. I would always say, how the heck does anybody meet anymore outside of online dating? And I would tell myself now, don't worry about that. God has it planned. It could be at the grocery store. It could be taking out the trash. It could be going for a hike, even online dating. But that is not something that you have to worry your pretty little head about. It may seem impossible, but you do not have to take matters into your own hands. You can just rest because God is in control. So let him be fully in control and you will be wonderfully surprised. I can promise you that. Okay, so the third thing that I would tell my single self is keep a prayer journal and write down all of it. Everything going on in your single walk, your thoughts, your frustrations, your feelings, prayers for your future husband. And this is something I actually gave to my husband the night before we got married. I took photos of different journal entries over the years of letters that I had written to my future husband and words that the Lord had spoken to me about my husband, and I put it all in a book for him. And can I please tell you how absolutely blown away I was with how God was with me throughout the entire time, my entire single walk, my frustrations, the loneliness. He was there. Even now, guys, as I'm making this video, I'm reminded of the times where I was in my room just crying, pouring out my heart to God, frustrated with my singleness, and praying for all of you that are watching this video right now. I would say to God, when you've brought in my future husband, please let me encourage those that are still single. And it is such an incredible blessing that he has given me this YouTube ministry. So, from experience, I believe it is going to absolutely blow your mind what you record in that prayer journal. I had recorded in there what the Lord had spoke to me about a month before he brought my husband into my life, telling me that he was right around the corner and I was finally about to have the summer romance that I longed for. And guess what? It all came to pass exactly as he said it would. And I'm so excited for what you are going to record in your journal as well. Okay, number 4 is your age does not matter. I know. I was there. I get it. I hear the sighs and I see the eye rolls, but I was there. I know. Trust me, age does not matter. Do you know how many women have said to me, well, Daniella, some of us just can't afford to wait 10 years waiting, just like you did. Like they're mad at me because God is having them wait. I'm poking a little bit of fun, but I'm honestly not offended. I know, waiting sucks. It is hard. I think it is honestly the hardest thing that I've ever had to walk through. So I get it. But the simple truth is that God is in control. And if he says that you aren't ready yet, or your future hubby isn't ready yet, or some missing piece of the puzzle that you don't know about yet isn't ready, guess what, honey? You're waiting. I know people that are younger than me and were younger than me when they met their future husband and they're happily married now. Some that are much older than me and were older than me, a lot older than me, when they met their man. And they're happily married serving the Lord too. Whether you're 30, 40, 50, etc., it doesn't matter. Whether you pray one prayer for your future spouse and there he is the next day, or whether you have to wait a decade like me or multiple decades like some. It's all part of this amazing love story that God is handwriting for you in his all-consuming love. And that leads us into number 5, which is it really doesn't matter what age you get married. I know it may feel like you're running out of time and you want kids so badly and your egg count is dropping by the day. And then well-meaning friends and family think they're doing you a service by reminding you of this on the daily. Thanks, Mom. Guys, it's all lies. just like the lie that all the good men are taken. And I've already gone into the lies that Satan uses against singles in other videos. Like, let's get real about this for a second. Let's renew our minds and focus on the truth. We serve a God, hello, that parted the Red Seas for his people and hooked Esther up with a pagan king so that through her, God's people would be saved for such a time as this, and save Daniel from being eaten by lions in a literal lion's den. And don't even get me started on Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego when they were thrown in the fiery furnace. So, does God come through for his people? Of course he does. That, my friends, is the truth. And the truth is, he's going to come through for you too. Have faith in that. Hold and cling to that. We serve an incredible God, and his ways are so much higher than our ways, and his thoughts so much higher than ours. So if he has you get married at 100, so be it. Except I'm really, really praying that he doesn't have to wait that long. Seriously, you guys, he knows every hair on your head, right? He knit you together in your mother's womb. He is well aware of your age, honey, and if it doesn't faze him, it shouldn't faze you either. So I'm going to leave you on that note, but I think I'm definitely going to be doing another video, a part 2 to this, because of a lot more that I would add. So if you could do me a favor and let me know down in the comments if that's something that you would like, a part 2 to this video, that would help me out a lot. As always, guys, I hope this video has been encouraging for you. I love you all so much, and you're all in my prayers. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Blessings and love.